സഹോദരി സഹോദരന്മാരെ എല്ലാവർക്കും എൻ്റെ വന്ദനം. I would like to express my deep gratitude to Aurobindo Cultural Society for their invitation and giving me this opportunity to be part of this event which has been organized to pay tributes to the memory of Maharishi Aurobindo on the occasion of his 150th birth anniversary. Thank you very much. And I would also like to compliment Aurobindo Cultural Society and the office bearers and others who are associated with this society for organizing this program, particularly at a time when we have celebrated Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. We have completed 75 years of our independence, and we have entered into what our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji describes as the Amrit Kal, next 25 years. This is the time to renew our commitment, to create greater awareness about the dreams of our freedom fighters. Revolutionaries like Maharishi Aurobindo, many of them, when they were making great sacrifices, they had not even imagined that they will see the morning of independence. But they made those huge sacrifices so that we as Indians live in a free country. We as Indians can hold our head high in the Committee of Nations, so that we can live with self-respect and dignity. It is time that we realize, first we try to understand what they had dreamt, and then we, with all our energy, all our resources, devote ourselves for the realization of those dreams. I have a prepared speech. I'm not going to speak from there. To me, this time is very important. I would like to say things about which I feel very strong. Like any individual, every individual is blessed with certain talent, certain special attribute. The societies have their special attributes. The nations and the countries have also their special attributes. The genius of the country. And you can realize your potential best to the optimum level only when first you become aware of what is your special talent. There is I'm recalling, there is a shlok in Gita which says that your own duty prescribed by nature, performing that duty, swadharma, is more important, even though there may be some defects in it. Then trying to do things which do not agree with your nature. Shreyan Swadharma Viguna. Even if there is something lacking there, then trying to do duty which does not agree with your nature. And if we look as Indians, our attribute, historically speaking, culturally speaking, has always been that India has been recognized world over, not now. Before the Renaissance of Europe started, India was recognized as the hub of knowledge, as a civilization which promotes knowledge and wisdom. Why we had, if we were, and we were, not if, we were hub of knowledge. Our culture promoted knowledge and wisdom. Why history has been so cruel to us? I have said at other places also, so even at the cost of repetition, I am saying it, that the answer we can find in the writings of Swami Vivekananda, Swami Ranganathananda, and also Maharishi Aurobindo. During the period of our decline, or our decline started because we closed the doors of knowledge to our masses. Swami Ranganathananda quotes from Srimad Bhagavat, Saraswati Gyan Khalv Yatha Sati. He says that we were always worshippers of Ma Saraswati, and when we denied access to knowledge, we practically became villains of Ma Saraswati. And that, from there the decline started. And then we see in the last century where what we describe as Indian Renaissance that started from Bengal. Maharishi Aurobindo played no small role in creating that awareness. In fact, I was, you know why I should repeat it, but I was very young when I came to Parliament, and when I, being fond of books, I remember, I don't have the book here with me, but in Delhi that book, I have that book. There is a book on India by Maharishi. One sentence sent shivers through my spine. So powerful. He said, India is not just a piece of land. It is Godhead. It is divine. It is power. And what is that power? That has been described by Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, who said, I love India, not because I cultivate the idolatry of geography. I love India, not because I have had the good luck of being born in her soil. I love India because India has saved through tumultuous times the living words which issued from the illuminated consciousness of her great sons and daughters. It is what is highlighted? What is highlighted is the importance of knowledge. The tradition of wisdom Swami Vivekananda went to the extent of saying, he said, so long as millions live in hunger and ignorance, I hold every person who, a traitor, very strong words, who having been educated at their expense, pays no heed to them. In our cultural tradition, tapa swadhyay niritam, ever devoted to the pursuit of knowledge. And when question was raised, what is tapa? Then reply was given, various replies were given. But one which found universal acceptance was, tapa is so adhyay and pirvachan. So adhyay, all the striving for acquisition of knowledge. And once you acquire the knowledge, then it becomes your duty to share it with others. Otherwise, acquisition of knowledge can be helpful to you personally. If you want to see your society, your country to become strong, then it is absolutely essential that the knowledge which we acquire must be shared with others. So this, to my mind, the goal which we have set before ourselves, that before next 25, many of us will not be there to see the 100th year. But the younger people who are here, they will shoulder the responsibilities. This is a debt. We are in debt to these freedom fighters. We are in debt to Maharshi. And the real tribute is that we build an India of their dreams. And that India, like Swami Vivekananda had said, that India has only two national ideals, renunciation and service. Intensify her in these two channels, the rest will take care of itself. But how to create that awareness that India has these two national ideals? How to internalize this message? That again Swamiji speaks about. He says, what is the goal of life? The goal of life is not pursuit of happiness. If that is the summum and bonum of your life, then what prevents you from making others unhappy in order to secure your happiness? Therefore, he says that the purpose of life is acquisition of knowledge. And what is the purpose of knowledge? The purpose of knowledge is acquiring the ability to find unity amidst diversity. And this is, Swami Vivekananda never claimed, Maharishi Aurobindo never claimed that these are their original thoughts. No. These thoughts, they are discoveries. Even our Vedic rishis did not claim that they are their thoughts. They said that they have merely discovered the eternal principles on which this universe, the natural principles which determine of everlasting value. Sanatan Mul, Sanatan Siddhant. So, it is, to my mind, it is very important that we remember these great personalities who have the capability, who can inspire us to move towards those goals. It has been said, I think in Gita only, Yad Yad Vibhuti Mat Sattavam Shrimat Urjitam Eva Va Tat Tat Eva Avagacha Tvam Mama Tejom Shasambhavam. Wherever you see wherever you see extraordinary brilliance, extraordinary beauty, extraordinary power, extraordinary attraction, know that that is product of a part of my splendor. Why? Because these vibhutis, when we see them, when they spoke, the words were there, but through them the soul of India was speaking. And if we want to really achieve our goals, then we need to remind ourselves again and again, like we need to have bath every day to clean our body. And in Kerala, people generally take bath twice. Is that right? So we need that. We also need to remind ourselves. I am not because I am Kerala governor. Much before that, I developed great admiration for Kerala for its achievements in education. Much during my university days, when I went to attend an inter-varsity function organized in 1969 during Gandhi, as part of the Gandhi centenary celebrations in Almora. The principal of the college, which was venue of the inter-varsity meet, he was the chairman of the reception committee. In his welcome address, he said that I am proud to say that in UP, the only district which compares favorably with Kerala is Almora. This was in Almora. And a curiosity was created in my mind that we have only one district, but Kerala as a state is so advanced in education. Education, your cultural values, everything. These are very precious things. Democracy is very precious. And remember, the utensils of the kitchen, you do not put under lock and key. But your jewelry, you put in the safe. You remain vigilant. Even if you don't use it after some time, a month or 2 months or 3 months, you check your jewelry is intact. Eternal vigilance is the price of liberty. Eternal vigilance is the price if we want to keep our values intact. And I am saying it with all my heart in it. I have great admiration. I love Kerala. But I want to say one thing to you. Kerala, Professor Dr. C.N.R. Rao, one of the top most scientists of the country, he wrote a letter to my predecessor, Justice Sadashiva, and he said that the school education in Kerala is absolutely first class, possibly best in the country, but the universities are in very bad shape. And he said, the point which I want to make, not this that universities are in bad shape. The real point is what I am going to say further. What he has written is that bright students of Kerala prefer to migrate to other states. Okay. They prefer to migrate to other states. And these students in Delhi met me and I asked them. Then they told me, if nothing else, sir, one thing is sure, that if we take admission in a course which should finish in 5 years, it will take more than 6 years. So if nothing else, we at least save more than 1 year when we come outside Kerala. Standard of education. Dr. C.N.R. Rao, Dr. Panikar, everybody has said it in their articles, that the higher education is going to dogs. Why? Because our rishis, they have envisioned. Vishwaguru is not a title, is not a position. It is a performance. And what they had envisioned? They had envisioned etad desha parshu tasya sakashadagra janamana somsam charitram shikshera prithviyam sarvamanava. We will have the kind of teachers which will attract people from other countries and other cultures. They will come to India to learn about their own culture, not about our culture. We will have that kind of teachers. And one is scandalized to see the details, how the appointments are being made in the university. Clear and no sense of shame. Wife of so-and-so, brother of so-and-so, nephew of so-and-so, all so-and-so, they will have, the universities are there to employ the relatives of those who have some powerful position. Who is going to come to your university then? When students come back from Ukraine, the largest number is from Kerala. Why Kerala students had to go to every part of the world for education? There must be some reason. We should try to find it out. So my complaint, I love Kerala, but there is a complaint of mine against you. That like the bright students of Kerala, they migrate to other states and don't pursue higher studies in Kerala. Kerala is full of talent, very competent people, very talented people. And one thing, this is a society which I repeatedly say, can be described as a compassionate society. They care for each other. They care for each other. But they are somehow shy and hesitant to take part in public life. And if I'm not wrong, I don't remember the name, I may be taking the wrong name, but it was either Aristotle or it was Plato who said that when brilliant people refuse to take part in public affairs, the punishment is that they are ruled by the ignorant people, by those incompetent people. We must, if we come to pay tributes to Maharshi, we have a duty. The real tribute is that we build India of his dreams. And if we want to build India of his dreams, then we must be ready to take risk and take interest in public affairs. Thank you very much. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Jai Hind.